Hello friends, Sean from Draft Therapy here, and on today's review for you, it's an overnight sensation! So kicking off my fruit beer week is Overnight Sensation, a 6.5% raspberry ale from Griffin Brewing Company in Birmingham, Michigan. So I'm going to come out and admit it, I'm a closeted fruit beer fan. I absolutely love Founders Rubaeus. Dark Horse's Raspberry Ale is really high on my list too. I think a lot of people, okay, let's face it, a lot of guys want to drink the biggest, the strongest, or the most bitter beer they can get to prove they have the biggest cojones around. But for me, sometimes I just want to drink a beer that's refreshing and hits a spot regardless of the style. So with summer quickly approaching within the next day or two here, I think it's pretty genius for Griffin to release their Overnight Sensation Raspberry Ale right now. I've been really enjoying Griffin latest offerings, including Nautica Co-op, which I just reviewed, which I should have a link in one of the corners of this video right about now. But anyways, I've really been looking forward to trying this out since I saw it on their Instagram page. So let's get to it, shall we? So I want to see if you can focus in on this the can here. I've been doing a pretty horrible job at doing this recently, but it's just a really simple pink and white can design. It's nothing flashy, but it really just, it's really nice. It's really minimal. I'm a really kind of minimal style guy. Hopefully I'm staying in focus here. I'm a minimal style kind of guy, and I really appreciate that it's just, it's just some lines, an X, Overnight Sensation, has a little raspberry here, has the Griffin logo. Raspberry Ale, and this was canned on 6/16, which was 3 days ago. I went in and posted a story on Instagram, me picking this up, and really excited about it. So let's give it a shot and see what we think, shall we? And again, another can, not a bottle, no handy dandy bottle opener. And look at that. Not what I'm used to seeing pouring out of these cans, huh? So I don't do a very aggressive pour, but it's still got a pretty decent head considering that I kind of wimped out on the pour there. I can smell raspberry just like without even getting this close. Yeah, you can smell the raspberries big time. There's a little bit of a teeny bit of a wheat kind of smell to it. I mean, it's a raspberry ale, so I'm assuming it's some kind of wheat hybrid of some sort. But it smells really good. It smells sweet, raspberry again. You can kind of smell like, I don't know, a little bit of like an alcohol smell to it. Let's give it a big taste here. Wow. That's a lot drier than I was expecting it to be. You know, I mentioned Rubaeus, and that's really, I really like that style of fruit beer, like a little bit sweeter. This is a little drier. It's not nearly as sweet as I thought it would be, especially smelling it. It's a bit bitter. Like I said, not what I was expecting at all. Yeah, I think I like Rubaeus quite a bit better. I think it's just a little bit sweeter for my taste, and that's kind of what I think of when I think of fruit beers. If you drink it quick, you kind of get a bitterness in the back end. I know I like to say when it hits the back of your tongue, like, and I do this motion a lot, but it's kind of like, it hits your tongue and you get the first kind of wave of flavor, the taste hits the peak of the crest of your tongue and goes back in, and you get sometimes you get totally different tastes. So it's really what I'm getting here. It's actually getting a little bit sweeter the more I drink of it. It's but yeah, really dry finish. I was not expecting it to be so dry. Yeah, I don't know about this one, guys. I love fruit beer. I do. I mean, the sweetest one that I've ever had was like a Leinenkugel Berry Weiss, which is just too much. That's too sweet. Rubaeus is a little bit more balanced. It's sweet, but it's also enough of that kind of carbonated beer quality to it. And this is, I don't know. It's almost like it's too carbonated. You get kind of like a crisp kind of bitterness to it. And I'm not a big wine drinker. I don't know if this is more of like a wine style or not. I don't like wine. I never have. But I don't know. It's worth a shot. You might like it if you're into a little bit more bitter of fruit beers. I'm personally not. I would prefer it to be a little bit sweeter. So yeah, that's wow. I kind of knocked me out, knocked me off my game a little bit here. I was not expecting it to be like this. I expected, like I said, I expected it to be sweet. It wasn't really that sweet. You can taste the raspberry, but it's not overpowering. It's almost like the bitterness and the crispness and the dryness of it is more overpowering than the actual fruit of it, which is not something, again, that I was expecting at all. I don't know how available this beer will be. I know that I had to go to the actual the tap room to pick this up. I don't know if they'll be serving it on tap for a while, if you'll be able to find it in stores. I'm guessing you probably will be able to, but yeah, that's my take on it. And with that being said, I think there's a time and a place for every kind of beer, and sometimes it's good to get a break from the regular IPA grind that seems like everybody's doing. So what do you think about fruit beers? What do you think about, like I said, Rubaeus or even Dark Horse's Raspberry Ale? What are some other fruit beers that you like? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like what I'm doing here, like and subscribe to the channel for more. Also, be sure to check out my Instagram, where I'm always documenting my beer hauls. And the beers, some beers that I'm not reviewing. I recently went to World of Beer. Got a few shots of some beers there, put them up on Instagram, and also check out my blog, drafttherapy.com, to read mostly Michigan brewery reviews that I've written. And I also have a really small, well, I mean, it's a Facebook page, it's not really small or big, but I post some sneak peeks on there too. Some of the video stuff that I do for the upcoming videos, you get a little bit of sneak peek of what I've got, in the hopper and what's coming up next. And with that being said, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for watching. Cheers.